programs that fit the life you want to live.
47 jet if you're standing on the tarmac.
Tom's done a great job. He engages the students much more than any other coach that I've ever seen. He's genuinely interested about, how our class is going for you. It's things like that that really engage the students, make them care about not only the team, make them care about the coach, appreciate the coach.
Green's great.
Makes us feel part of the whole environment.
Yeah.
And, it's good. It's good. Came out today.
He came out at like 9 a.m.
Yeah, he came out this morning.
He's the man.
Yeah.
Any success we have is the student section is a huge part, and we've always made that. We've always been proud to say that. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I mean, there's a different energy level in this building. You got to come see it. I mean, you got to see it to really get it and to get that feeling of what they're all about. And we're very thankful for what we have, and we never take it for granted.
All right, Tom Crean, man of the people. Mateen, you had to go there before Crean had to clean things up. I mean, you went there when they were good. It was probably a tough visit, huh?
Yeah, man, it was bananas. When I was there, Bobby Knight was still there, so you can tell. But it's like when I was there, like my first Big Ten game, and the crowd was like, "Hey, Mateen." I'm like, "Oh, cool. One big happy family in the Big Ten." Like, you are awful. Oh my God. So they ragged on me the whole game. We lost the game, but guys, it wasn't my fault.
It wasn't your fault. And did I hear a student questioning the use of choreographed chants at another famous place?
Well,
what was that?
They take shots because Cameron's considered the highest point, and everyone's the bar's been raised real high. But I got a real good story. We played Indiana, but we never actually played them in Bloomington. We wound up playing them in the NCAA tournament. They were different brackets, and we played them in what is now Lucas Oil Stadium, where the Colts play. And on they come to the court, and the arena's 55,000 people, and they're screaming and yelling for the team, as they're supposed to. And then as we're leaving the court, we hear a roar like someone lit up a jet engine, and we're wondering, what's all the commotion about? And it's because Coach Knight had walked onto the floor. And the 55,000 people got up in unison. I never saw anything like it in my life. As much as they loved the team, they loved that man even more.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
And you're looking for the blue. Where's the blue in this building? Yeah.
Very little.
And look, at this point, I've been to most college basketball arenas and seen all of the student sections. Indiana's place is one of the very best. But to me, sometimes this gets lost in the sort of arms race to build the best and the biggest arenas. In reality, great student sections make a great college environment, and the more and more we get back to that, the better.
And close student sections, because the Carrier Dome can put in over 30,000 kids, but there's a big gap in between the student section and the court.
Carolina doesn't have it, but Maryland does, and Maryland subsequently is a tougher place to play.
By the way, big man Cody Zeller, he has his own special group of fans, the #1 players from Gary, Indiana, home of the Jackson 5, featuring Playo and his brother O-Dog, along with their friend T. Turner.
I'm a ball, call me Cody. Bitch, we tryna ball, Cody Zeller, money 7 feet tall, Cody Zeller, yeah, we tryna win them all, Cody Zeller, we ain't tryna take a loss, Cody Zeller, let's go. I'm a ball, call me Cody. I'm a ball, call me Cody. I'm a ball, call me Cody. It's your boy Playo, we tryna ball, Cody Zeller, 7 feet, my money finna be tall. We preparing for victory, me at the assembly hall. And I get my red and white on, with my red and white mics on. Oh, and Turner just took off, that God's gift meant the flight long. I love to rap.
I stole that rock and I shot my shot in, yeah, I knocked it down. Was a beater, was a threer, game winner. Teams calling me from the league, like wanting me to come play with them, but I don't let it get to my head. Nah.
#1 player, we the #1 players. Shit crazy, we got something in common. We work harder and smarter, that's why we shine like leather polish. I love watching my plans arrive, balling out of control, all I do is travel. Balling out of control, all I do is travel. Chill. I don't know why these other players flex forward when they whole teams full of squares. Chessboard. We #1 and ain't no other team better. Pay attention while we ball. Cody Zeller.
Oh, that was good. Mateen, by the way, is like a professional judge of music. So, especially in case we need someone to sit maybe between Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj going forward. What'd you think?
Hey, I like it. It's catchy. Cody Zeller. Yeah, I like that. But I just, you know what? I wasn't good as I thought I was. Nobody made a song about me when I came. I thought I was the man. But you know what, guys? I really like the song. Very catchy beat, energy. I like it, man. What a good song.
So they can advance to the next round?
Oh, they good. Yeah, okay. They are good.
The #1
You're
players.
going to Hollywood.
Cody Zeller.
And of course, thanks to Mateen, we have John Connor taking care of our Inside College Basketball anthem for the season. And we'll be right back with some final thoughts on the first game of our doubleheader.
Never share again. Taco Bell's new loaded grillers. Appetizer taste of spicy wings, tasty skins, and beefy nachos. Each just 99 cents and wrapped up just for you.
Hi, I'm Joe Theismann, and no matter what stadium I'd broadcast from, I would always have to find the closest bathroom, just in case I had that sudden urge to go. My prostate was giving me fits. But then I heard about Super Beta Prostate's nationwide million-bottle giveaway, and I got a free bottle. What a difference it made. I don't have to go as often, and I don't have to get up at night as much. Now I wake up refreshed and ready to tackle anything. Super Beta Prostate has sold over 5 million bottles because 50% of men over 50 and 80% of men over 80 have prostate issues. Chances are you need Super Beta Prostate to keep you healthy too. What's so special about Super Beta Prostate is that it's the most widely used supplement supporting a healthy prostate. It has a trusted 10-year history, and it's all natural, made from a scientific breakthrough plant sterol called beta-cytosterol. You have to take 100 saw palmetto capsules to get the same amount of beta-cytosterol as you would from just one Super Beta Prostate tablet.
If you want a stronger urine flow and a more complete emptying of your bladder, I recommend Super Beta Prostate. Super Beta Prostate works.
I couldn't sleep through the night. I found the Super Beta Prostate, which was announced over the radio. I got a free bottle, and now I'm sleeping all the way through the night. I am really happy.
I sleep through the night. I don't have any sudden urges to go to the bathroom.
Now I sleep through the night. I wake up completely energized, and my days are just great because of this product.
There's no reason to accept the issues that come with an aging prostate. So get Super Beta Prostate today. It works for me both during the day and at night. My wife and I sleep a whole lot better, and we wake up feeling more refreshed and younger.
Call now and we'll send every new customer a free bottle of Super Beta Prostate. Just pay shipping and handling. Give Super Beta Prostate a try for free. Call 800-651-5440. 800-651-5440. 800-651-5440.
It's an Atlantic 10 showdown on CBS Sports Network. Don't miss St. Joe's at VCU. Tonight at 9, only on CBS Sports Network. Inside College Basketball on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by the Volkswagen Passat. That's the power of German engineering.
All right, welcome back as we go inside the Volkswagen statistics here. And here's some news and nuggets for you. It's been 6 years since there were no unbeaten teams after January 13th. Louisville, #1 in the AP poll for the second time in school history. How about the fact that it took VCU this long to get ranked? All their damage done in the tournament, now it's paying off in the rankings on that 11-game winning streak, first AP ranking since the mid-'80s. And Illinois, trouble on the road, 9-game conference road losing streak. First time they've dealt with that since the mid-1970s. All right, we're getting ready for a doubleheader here on CBS Sports Network. Duquesne and Derek Coulter taking on UMass tonight. UMass featuring Chaz Williams, not only their leading scorer, but the A-10 leader in assists, as UMass tries to make it 21 out of 23 home wins as they try to keep Duquesne winless in conference play. Ala, your thoughts on our first game here?
Well, we mentioned Jesse Morgan being out. He takes his 13 points a game with him. Now we're going to see guys like Trey Davis, Freddie Riley. They have to step up alongside Chaz Williams and help out. Now, if the pace is up-tempo, that helps UMass. If it's slow, it's Duquesne's advantage.
Really interested to see how UMass continues to evolve without Jesse Morgan. But also, I don't get very many opportunities to watch two teams play with leading scorers who are about my height. I'm going to enjoy this.
We'll do it together. Oh, the three of us.
Right. I'm going UMass. I think UMass will pull it off. Duquesne struggle on defense. Chaz Williams, what a big-time player.
All right, tip-off coming up next. We will see you back here at halftime.
Through the blood, sweat, and tears, I'ma never say die this year. To make it to the college basketball.
The Kentucky coronation is complete. Oh my gracious! Yes! Bubba Watson takes the basket. Great Britain has a champion. They're heading to the Super Bowl.
Play tougher than that. Play smart. Understand the game plan. Understanding what we're doing with Williams. Play together. Grind this thing out. Rebound the basketball. Set the tone. Ready to contest. Ready to compete. Go after these guys. Play faster, harder, more aggressive. Let's go.
This is big tonight. Plus UMass stats. You guys got that? They're looking to go X on free throw blockouts. They're looking at their side outs to go diamond to, line to that slice, stagger double, OB underplays. Let's beat them on all the UMass stats tonight. And then as always, fellas, as you know, big night for us tonight. Let's go out there and play together. And the most important thing, play with brotherhood. You guys got that? Yeah. Give up a little bit of yourselves for the betterment of your teammate. Let's go out there and get it done. You got me?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Here we go. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. Come on.
Michael Jordan. They won it. Puts it up. Yes! Launches the shot. Oh, it almost went in. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Big finish. Dreams to come true. Good as it gets.
Game number 22 of the Atlantic 10 Conference schedule features the Dukes of Duquesne against the UMass Minutemen here at the Mullins Center. Tonight's ball game in high definition is brought to you by LG. You want tempo? Well, we have tempo tonight, not only on the floor, and obviously everybody is getting set for it, but all around the Mullins Center. These are two high-powered offensive squads. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy, joined by Steve Wolf for a point guard for the Xavier Musketeers, and we'll talk about point guards in just a little bit. But this is an important ball game for both UMass and Duquesne.
It really is. When you start conference play, you want to make sure you hold court at home, and that's what UMass has to do. Duquesne like to come in and sneak one on the road, and in order to do that, they're going to have to get some good point guard play.
All right, you used to lead the point. Let's talk about point guards. Let's start with Chaz Williams for UMass.
You love Chaz Williams. This guy has grown into a leader. When he gets in the lane, Tom, he's just so hard to stop. He can score. He leads the team in scoring, but also he's able to knock down the jump shot. He gets too deep in that defense and gets help. They're going to come over and knock down the outside jump shot. He leads his team with assists. On the other side, you have a freshman. Not as experienced, but just as tough. This guy is a bulldog getting to the basket. He is their leading scorer, and he also leads the team in assists as a freshman. Let's watch these 2 point guards this evening.
Sean Johnson, the leader of the Duquesne Dukes, talks about Coulter and the fact that he has evolved as this year has gone on. A lot of offense tonight between Duquesne and UMass. The tip of this Atlantic 10 matchup is coming up next.
"75 years of NCAA March Madness presented by Allstate. 1958 saw a Kentucky team devoid of star power peak at the right time to take home a national title. In the championship game, they took on Seattle and had to fight back from an early 11-point deficit. Kentucky's Vernon Hatton and Johnny Cox combined for 54 points to give the Wildcats their 4th overall title. Go to ncaa.com/March Madness and vote for the all-time March Madness players, teams, and moments.
All-new episodes of Anger Management.
After 90, I can stop anytime I want.
Premieres tonight at 9, only on FX.
2 beers. Roofie for me. Hello. Bottle of mezcal, suicide note. Two fingers neat.
Legit premieres tonight at 10:30, only on FX.
This urgent message is for all homeowners paying more than 3% mortgage interest. Right now, Greenlight Financial has an incredible opportunity for you to refinance into a 10-year fixed-rate loan with an APR and rate of only 2.75%, plus no closing costs. A 10-year fixed-rate loan with a rate and APR of only 2.75%, plus no closing costs.
You've got the green light.
1-800-417-9483.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is brought to you by LG. Life's good.
One of the most competitive years in the Atlantic 10. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. First for the Duquesne Dukes, three-guard rotation. The leader is Sean Johnson, but the evolving offensive leader is Derek Coulter. Decent front court with Marhold and Ponteflet. Meanwhile, for the UMass Minutemen, they have been besieged with two key injuries. That's why Freddie Riley is starting with Chaz Williams in the backcourt, and then Putney Vinson and Samson Carter along the front court. John Gaffney has the basketball and is ready to walk toward midcourt. And we are ready to go from the Mullins Center here in Amherst, Massachusetts. Marhold, Putney, ready to jump center, and we're underway. And Duquesne with the ball right off the bat. Here's Johnson for three. Get used to it, folks. This is the tempo you're going to see for most of the nights. Man-to-man defense all the way around. Vinson for two. It's no good, and the rebound by Marhold. So two missed shots in a matter, Steve, of 20 seconds.
Yeah, this is my type of game. Up and down, minimal defense.
Ball knocked away from Johnson, a 1,000-point score for Duquesne. Coulter crossover on Williams, jumper no good. Putney with the board. I mean, you can just sit and watch it. Your eyes are going to be moving back and forth like it's a tennis match.
So far, we haven't had to go past the three-point line because nobody's gotten inside the three-point line yet.
Ball out of bounds, tipped out of bounds by Marhold, so it'll be UMass ball.
You know, Tom, when we talk about this game, it's really going to come down to who gets in the paint. Whether it's Chaz Williams getting his guys involved, you know, or it's Coulter getting his guys involved. They're going to have to get in the paint.
Well, they're going to match up against each other offensively, defensively, as you see there. Off the inbounds, the shot clock winding down. It's at 15, still plenty of time. Vinson against Ponteflet. Shot clock under 10. Vinson puts it on the floor. Well, he gave up his dribble at an awkward spot. Here's Riley heading to the basket. Touch off the glass, no good. And Jones with the rebound. A little more than a minute off the clock so far, no score. So Duquesne 1-6 on the road. They've lost 4 straight. They're 0-2 in the Atlantic 10. Here's Coulter averaging 17 points per game over the last 8 games. Johnson covered by Riley out front. Shot clock at 5. Johnson doesn't realize it. Now he looks up. He'll launch from way downtown, and it's good. That may break the ice a little bit.
Well, that wasn't a set play, but, you know, hey.
He has scored 20 or more points 3 times this year. A little bit of a mismatch as Carter takes the ball out, and he'll match that 3 with a 3 of his own.
Well, what happened was Putney got the ball down low. The defense collapsed, leaving open a wide open jump shot for Carter.
All right, Steve, let's take a look at the keys for tonight's ball game.
I think from the Duquesne, when you come in to play at UMass, you have to keep Chaz Williams out of the lane. You have to have your composure because UMass is going to go out and really go after you on the defensive end. And you also have to get the points in the paint if you're UMass.
Putney for 3, no good. Here's Riley for 3. It's right in 3, Steve Wolf.
Now, Riley is coming in for Jesse Morgan, and Riley's starting to get his jump shot back. Morgan was a leading three-point shooter when he got hurt at St. Louis.
And now the pressure by UMass. I talked to Derek Kellogg today at shoot-around. You know, in the papers here in Amherst yesterday, he was quoted as saying, because of the injury to Jesse Morgan, because of the injury to Javon Farrell, both of whom are on the bench in street clothes, he said, we're going to have to back off a little bit and not press. So I said to him today, I said, are you really going to back off and not press? He goes, no, we're going to press.
Now that's one, they're so athletic. A lot of times the last key to that game that I had was they're going to get their offense out of their defense. And I think that's very important.
Well, you just saw a very athletic play by Samson Carter falling to the floor. It's 8-5, UMass on top. 16:50 left to play here in the first half.
When you're playing a pressing team, a lot of times what you do is you press them back. But I think it's important that you get to the basket and break the press and try to turn their defense into your offense.
Bonto Flett for three, and it's good. It'll tie it up at 3. That's his 17th made three-pointer of the year.
Shooting at about 35%. Nice little jump shot.
As a team, Duquesne not great from beyond the arc at 32%. Johnson, good ball fake. Gets some space, tough shot. And he gets it to go from 12.
Yeah, well, he shoots those outside jump shots so much. A lot of times the defense comes out and extends. He was able to create some space.
Here's Vinson down low, a push off the glass. Talking to some of the officials for tonight's ball game, talking about the offense that these two teams could put up. They're saying, this could be an 80-point game by the time it's over with.
Well, after seeing the Butler-Richmond game, the A-10 is a scoring lead. Didn't look like one in that evening.
Second turnover for Duquesne. First foul for Coulter. 15:41 to play here in the first half. 20 points through the first 4 minutes plus. We'll be back with a little more offense right after this.
Hold on to me as we go.
It's time to pursue our dreams, to chase what we believe in. It's time to work, to give it our very all and not give up. American Family Insurance believes your dreams deserve the best protection. That's why we're committed to being there for you every step of the way.
I'm gonna make this place your
What's better, bigger or smaller?
Bigger!
So which would you rather have, a big treehouse or a small treehouse?
If it's big enough, you can have a disco. Oh, yeah.
Why do you not want a smaller treehouse?
Because it wouldn't be able to fit a flat screen TV, and then the TV would be about this big, and you would have to hold the wire. In the position you would hold the wire, you wouldn't be able to see the TV.
That's a pain in the buns.
Yep. Yeah.
It's not complicated. Bigger is better, and AT&T has the nation's largest 4G network.
Well, the students aren't back in session here in Amherst yet, but the members of the band are here, so are the cheerleaders. It's a 10-10 ball game, 15:41 to play here in the first half. All right, Steve, take us through this.
Well, you'll see right here. Stop it right there. Right here, you're going to see the ball is over here, and the man's coming through the lane over here. You got a chest to cutter, but you also have to have help from the weak side. Roll it. You're going to see such an easy basket for UMass because you did not have Marhold helping out on defense, and you didn't have Ponteflat coming over and chesting the cutter. You have to make sure that nobody cuts to the basket without a chest on.
A lot of things that Jim Ferry talked about before this ball game that his team needed to do. He talked about winning the rebounding battle, which is important. He talked about not turning the ball over, which they have done in the first 4 minutes or so, just as UMass just did there. He also talked about not allowing them to get to the free throw line, but being aggressive defensively. They weren't in that particular spot.
It's so important in this game to make sure anybody gets in the lane gets a body on it. You got to chest the cutter. You got to make it hard for them to cut to the ball. And that was just way too easy.
Mamadou Dot checks in for the first time for Duquesne. Third turnover for Coulter. Here's Williams with Riley. Bounce pass to Putney. And Putney helps out helps out Williams by following his shot and laying it off the glass.
He ought to still get an assist for that. That was a great pass by Williams. I don't know how he even saw Putney coming behind him.
A 2-point lead, 14:50 to play here in the first half. Coulter, who is from Forestville, Maryland, Largo High School, 5'11" inches. He's number 1 for Duquesne. He has the ball in his hands. There's Dot. Oh boy, he really got called for a traveling violation and the foul called on Vinson. How about that mismatch in size?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think that really, if you're UMass, you shouldn't even look at shooting an outside jump shot until you've exploited that paint. Duquesne is very small. They're quick, they're athletic, but they don't have experience and they don't have height.
Well, Coulter will go to the free throw line. Surprisingly, he's less than 60%, but he makes the first one.
It's interesting that Coulter was on the radar as you check out Duquesne's top scorers. He was on the radar for Jim Ferry when he was at LIU. He saw him and knew him, and basically when he came to Duquesne, he said, I'd like to have a point guard. You lost T.J. McConnell. There really weren't a lot of ball handlers. Actually, what did he tell us? He said he was probably the best ball handler. Coach Ferry was the best ball handler they had on the team. So,
and he's a shooter.
He's a shooter.
Yeah, it was interesting just talking to him about Coulter. Coulter was all set to go to LIU. And then when Jim Ferry took the job with Duquesne, he said, hey, how do you feel about Pittsburgh? And that ball went off the foot of Williams, according to Mike Stevens. Now, John Cal is one of the other officials. He may come over and say no, but it looks like they're going to go.
I thought it was definitely off of Chaz Williams' leg. You'll see right here.
It's tough to tell
it's
there.
Really tough to tell.
John Gaffney, who was the referee, is going to go over to the scorer's table. It's going to still be Duquesne ball.
You know, what I saw when Chaz Williams went over and picked the ball up slowly, that's when I realized it was off his foot, because he didn't go over and pick it up quick to go back on the offensive end.
1 point lead for the Minutemen. UMass comes in 1-1 in the Atlantic 10. Duquesne still looking for its first victory in the A-10. Here's Jeremiah Jones to the basket, no good. And the ball out of bounds, and it will remain Duquesne ball. Jeremiah Jones, the freshman from Gary, Indiana. He was the first verbal commit for Jim Ferry. You see Derek Kellogg. At a fresh 35, the inbounds to Winters, no good. Dot with the rebound. Dot's only played a couple of games, and he falls to the floor. Boy, Derek Kellogg is livid along the baseline for UMass.
That's going to be important for Duquesne because he's a shot blocker. He can get in there, and especially with the big guys for UMass, he's got to make himself known down low. But you'll see on the offensive end, right, getting the ball stripped, but his foot is out of bounds.
I think that's what Derek Kellogg was imploring the officials about as he was running to the baseline.
He's a former point guard. He knows what it's about. He was watching. He was also not happy that they got that offensive rebound.
Here's Trey Davis in the game for the first time. Davis, I think, was trying to pass that ball off, but he had a clear path to the basket. He is the freshman who's going to get more minutes now that Jesse Morgan is out for the season with a torn ACL, and Javon Farrell has been battling an ankle injury. Maxi Esho knocks that ball out of bounds.
I'd say Davis is a very good player. He had a great game against Fordham, 12 points in the most minutes he's played. He played 21 minutes, and in the 3 previous games, he only played 15 combined. So they're going to need his scoring and need his help off the bench.
Caddy Lillane with the board off the missed shot by Jeremiah Jones. Williams running the point with Davis in the game, and Williams is tripped to the floor. That foul will go against Pontefract. Jeremiah Jones.
That was unfortunate because the defense was helping out in the lane. You'll see the help out over there by Jerry Jones, giving the hands where they help in the lane.
Williams covered up top by Jeremiah Jones. Davis to the baseline for Olay. Nice spin move, blocked away by Mamadou Dot. Dot has become much more athletic over the last year or so. Coulter with the jumper, no good.
And that was a great move, too.
Sure was. Chaz Williams will launch the 3, and it's just a little too long. And here comes the tempo again. Jerry Jones can't get the finger roll, and it's out of bounds off the hands of Jerry Jones.
Duquesne's getting opportunities. They're getting to the basket. They're getting out quick. They're beating the defense down the court. That's one area UMass has to be careful about, because if Duquesne starts hitting these layups, they're beating UMass and just out-hustling down the court.
It's a 1-point game for the Minutemen. UMass averages 72.8 points per game, which is 3rd best in the Atlantic 10. Duquesne 70.1 points per game. Esho out of control, and he lost it out of bounds.
In the first 5 minutes, the first 4 minutes, there was 20 points scored. In the next 3, there's only been 3 points scored. So no identity yet to this game, but it is going to be up and down.
I think that's the identity. It's frenetic.
It's frenetic, and it's not going to be pretty.
Well, they break the press with a couple seconds to spare.
Esho's on Johnson, and Esho is very athletic. Actually, they're pushing, so they're switching on the cutters. Looks like they may even play a 1-3-1.
There's Dot, shot no good off the back of the rim. And out of bounds with a fresh 35, it'll remain Duquesne ball. How about this UMass team, though, Steve? The fact that they have to play without Jesse Morgan for the rest of the year. They're hoping that they're going to get Javon Farrell back at some point. But these are two big pieces to their puzzle.
And they're doing fine. I mean, they played pretty much the whole second half without Morgan against St. Louis. We're in the game, and that's a very good St. Louis team. But it does shorten your bench. And when you're playing A-10, it's nice to be able to go to the bench, when somebody's having an off night.
Winters makes the first free throw. Quevin Winters 69% as Putney checks back in. Samson Carter's going to come in, so is Vinson. There's Freddie Riley, who's been filling in for Jesse Morgan.
I think what you miss with Morgan out is his consistency. He was first or second leading scorer throughout most of the year. He was a dead-eye three-point shooter. He was a good rebounder, and he was like the glue. Always could post it up down low.
Winters gets a friendly roll around the rim. At 8 minutes into this first half, it's a 1-point lead for Duquesne. Williams tries to answer, no good, partially blocked. Here comes the Dukes running the floor, and Jerry Jones lays it in.
He missed the other one, an easy chippy. This time went straight and strong instead of trying to get a finger roll. Another transition opportunity for Duquesne.
Well, another steal, too, for the Dukes. They lead it by 3. Trying to make the Minutemen pay. Winters forces the pass to Dodd. Here's Jerry Jones, fadeaway jumper, no good. And now Trey Davis in the open floor. Working against Sean Johnson. Johnson will be called for the foul. Well, Mamadou Dodd has been pretty athletic, Steve, so far since coming off the bench.
He's a big guy, and I'll tell you what, he had a big-time block. That's a way to protect that paint, big guy. 15-12, Duquesne.
I was turned in Djibouti, Africa, 2004.
The Battle of Bataan, 1942.
Fort Benning, Georgia in 1999.
USAA auto insurance is often handed down from generation to generation because it offers a superior level of protection and because USAA's commitment to serve the military, veterans, and their families is without equal. Begin your legacy. Get an auto insurance quote. USAA. We know what it means to serve.
We didn't always watch football at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wheatgrass for our neighbors.
And moosh moosh.
Sport.
Protect the football. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Come on, kid. I'm Drew Brees.
And I'm Harry.
Who?
From One Direction.
Dudes, won the Super Bowl.
Platinum album.
MVP.
On the cover. Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Hey, man. Give me the Pepsi, and I'll get you a tryout.
Cool.
Hit me, Drew.
Well, he looks a little older, but it's still a recognizable face here on the campus of UMass. That's Lou Rowe, the 4th all-time leading scorer at UMass. He is now a graduate assistant for the Minutemen. Of course, his number 15 is retired, and he'll be part of the ceremonies this weekend when Marcus Camby will have his number put up in the rafters here at the Mullen Center. Lou Rowe had himself a fantastic professional career, not in the NBA, But overseas in Europe, he played 19 years of basketball overseas.
That's crazy. And, you know, we were talking early before the game. You know, Camby's been in the league for 19 years.
Yep.
It seems like yesterday when Treviso and Camby and Lou Rowe and see those guys going on the sidelines.
Lou Rowe, the greatest basketball player to ever come out of Atlantic City High School. As Davis makes the first free throw, the freshman. Trey Davis, the freshman from Dallas, Texas. And how about a graduate assistant now with UMass?
I think that's smart. I mean, these guys, you want to get to that level. I think that it's been a while since UMass has really had that national fame. They're starting to get it with the NIT last year. Unfortunately, they have injuries this year, but you got to have an attitude, and guys coming back like Derek Kellogg that were consistent winners, and also Lou Rowe. It's great to have these guys back in the program.
That's a long-range pass, and Johnson tried to get it into Winters, and it was stolen by Putney. It's a 1-point Duquesne lead. Putney's trying to change that. Boy, he was out here taking a million jumpers before the start of the game, and that one was way off the mark.
You know, I was watching his shot. He doesn't have a high release, and he doesn't have very good rotation sometimes. He was out here, like you said, he was early shooting those jump shots.
Jazz Williams brings it up the floor for the Minutemen. Here's Vinson. 15-14, Duquesne on top by 1. Neither team is lighting it up from the floor. Both in the 30s as far as the percentage goes. Vinson from 8, no good. And Putney with the offensive rebound. Jazz Williams, couple steps beyond the arc, gets it to go.
Keep an eye on Chaz Williams. He orchestrates the offense. He calls the plays, and that time he was getting ready to set the offense again and said, nobody's guarding me. He drained a 3.
Chaz Williams out of Bishop Ford High School in Brooklyn. And Winters called for the traveling violation. That ball kind of rolled up his arm a little bit.
Number 0, Andre Marhold.
Andre Marhold will check back into the ball game for the Dukes. And Mamadou Dot will get a breather. Jim Ferry in his first year, he took over for Ron Eberhardt. Had a very successful run at LIU. He went to college about a half hour from here.
Said he doesn't get back much. He's only been back 3 times, but had a nice career. And like you said earlier, he's a good shooter.
Here's Vincent to the basket. It was a tie-up. And the jump ball will maintain possession for UMass.
It's just interesting watching practice. You know, Coach Fair really does a good job of telling other coaches what to do. He's more like the CEO. He's got a very good coaching staff. He delegates.
Well, the other thing, too, is he has a great personality. I think he's going to be very successful in the Atlantic 10. He's got a passion, obviously, and a knowledge of the game, but he's got a great personality.
Well, if he can add to these 3 freshmen they have now, I mean, he's going to be successful in this A-10.
2-1-2 press by UMass. It's broken by Duquesne. They do it by a couple seconds. Halfway through the first half, not as many points as we anticipated, particularly after a 20-point start before the first media timeout. Nice dribble drive and a cut to the basket by Jeremiah Jones.
UMass is playing pretty solid half-court defense. That was a breakdown, a nice cut to the basket by Jones. But UMass, when they play good defense, they can win games, and they have to also rebound. They have some problems on the offense, on the defensive end, snagging those rebounds.
There's Riley for 3 in front of the Duquesne bench, just barely grazed the rim, or grazed the net. Jeremiah Jones, tough pass to Sean Johnson. They're going to call an offensive foul. Vinson was able to get in there inside the paint to draw the foul.
And that was a smart, because a lot of times you go out of control. Now this was definitely set up the pass play. Johnson was going to throw the ball. He already knew he was going to throw it. Vinson really counted on the fact Johnson was not looking at him and looking where he was going to pass it. Very smart move.
Ponteflet will check back into the ball game for Duquesne. Carter checks out for UMass. Lelane, number 25, checks back in for the Minutemen. There's Caddy Lelane. I thought he played very well last week against St. Louis. Missed some time during December because of some disciplinary issues. Putney to the basket and an offensive foul call. Well, that one you can see unfolding from the time he left his spot at the top of the 3.
Putney's really struggling. You know, he first shot he shot was was a three-pointer, you know, and so he decided, hey, maybe I'll get a little bit more relaxed, drive to the basket. That was a good defensive play. So back-to-back, basically turnover by both teams. Offensive fouls on both ends.
Well, now the pressure by UMass. Coulter does a nice job. He seems very relaxed running against that press.
Well, he's against Esha, who's long and athletic and he's quick. And this is a kid that can play guard a point guard or he can guard a big guy.
You know, it's funny, talking to Sean Johnson today about Coulter, he said that over the last handful of games, while he's had success, and that wasn't successful there, he's finally realized that it's not high school anymore, that there's some extra work and things that have to go into being a college player. And he said he's been really great to watch.
Well, it's nice to have somebody like Johnson that understands that. He's been there as a senior, you know, and able to lend that advice.
That show to the baseline, little slip pass to Lane, and he'll go to the free throw line.
That was pretty good defense by Duquesne, trying to collapse inside. A lot of help in the lane.
7:48 to play in the first half. We'll have some free throws when we return. Andre Marhold, 6.5 points per game, 5.9 rebounds. Well, take a look at this. Not only is he able to score the ball, he can also pass the ball, as we saw earlier.
Find it? All right, another one just like that. Right in the old bucket. Good toss. See, that's much better. That was good. You had your shoulder pointed, you kept your eyes on your target. Let's do it again, watch me. Just like that one.
The durability of the Volkswagen Passat. Pass down something he will be grateful for.
Good arm.
That's the power of German engineering.
Back to you.
Dad, math problem.
Hit me.
Golden Corral charges one low price for their new sirloin filet. Plus, you could get seconds or more. Plus, all the shrimp you want. So, how much does that juicy sirloin actually cost?
Honey, we're going to Golden Corral. Yup, we just raised the bar on steak. It's new USDA sirloin fillets cooked just the way you like. Plus jumbo and new calabash shrimp on our endless buffet, still for one low price.
Math is my best subject.
Golden Corral, help yourself to happiness.
Want to know what I did in the last 5 hours? I played a round of golf. And then I read a book while teaching myself how to play guitar. Ran 10 miles while knitting myself a sweater. Jumped out of a plane. Finally, I became a ping pong master while recording my debut album. How, you ask? With 5-hour energy. I get hours of energy now, no crash later. Wait to see the next 5 hours.
UMass on top 19-17, 7:48 to play here in the first half. Some of these guys are trying to show their muscles and show that they're stronger than Mateen Cleaves and Ala Abdelnabi. Those two guys will join Adam Zucker and Gary Parrish on AT&T at the half. They'll give you all the latest scores and highlights from around the world of college basketball. I think Mateen Cleaves' pipes are a little bigger than those kids, don't you?
I bet they are. God, I remember watching him play Michigan State, winning that national championship.
Well, at one point, he and Ala Abdelnabi were both freshmen on their respective teams. And speaking of freshmen, look at the youth movement for Duquesne. You know, this is Jim Ferry's first year. They've had so many changes at Duquesne, they've had to rely on these freshmen. They've done a pretty nice job.
Well, they really have. I mean, 30 of their 70 points coming from freshmen. And, you know, leading scorer and the leading assist man is a freshman.
Caddy Lane to the free throw line makes the first one. 68% free throw shooter.
So far in the first half, I think